morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to the Fenton Forest Forex map. With seasons, it is early morning. It's 7:20 in game. We are day 4 of summer. Just giving the sheep their water for the day. We'll just have a quick look on the old. They could do with some grass and some hay, and the chickens could do with a little bit of wheat or barley. Right, okay, that means hunt round. Right, it should be the where's the little the little trailer's parked over here. Right, got it. Need to get myself a tractor then that can deal a little trailer. We're parked over there, so we'll take one of the 1050s. Now, before we get into obviously the bulk of today's episode, which is probably going to be me just fertilising field 8 after we mowed it yesterday, and obviously did the grass bales and got rid of the bales. We will go up to the BGA and get the digester, and we'll bring that back. That will be a thing we will do today as well. But I want to talk about something that I only discovered or only learnt yesterday about Farm Sim and Seasons, and that is when you come into the prices menu of Seasons mod and you scroll along and you get down here to your grass, your hay and your straw, you'll notice all the prices are 0. 0, 0, 0, apart from the BGA, which obviously pays a little bit of money for those items, but everywhere else, the barn, the animal dealer, it's all 0. They don't pay any money for, apparently. And if you go into the Seasons actual menu and you find the crops and you come down here and you have a look at hay, price falls off quite a bit in the summer. It's a bit worth more in the winter. Same with straw, it's worth a lot in the winter apparently, and then the price drops off. But you're wondering, well, hold on a minute, this screen says that, you know, straw and hay has a price, yet this screen says it has no price. Why is that? What is going on there? Well, it turns out, believe it or not, that with Seasons installed and in operation, Seasons makes it so that you cannot sell grass at all. So no one will buy grass on a map. Places that used to buy grass, like the animal dealer, areas like that, won't do so anymore. So you can't sell grass at all, apart from to the BGA. And honestly, if you're going to be selling grass to the BGA, you're better off turning it into silage first, because it's worth a heck of a lot more. Look, grass $75 for 1,000 litres, silage $400. You're best off making silage. Now, you can't sell grass with Seasons. Seasons, grass is a no-no. So then you're left with hay and straw. What Seasons does then, to make it even more flipping annoying and even more difficult, is it says you can't sell loose. You can't sell loose straw, you can't sell loose hay. It has to be in pallets. It has to be in bales, sorry. Not pallets. What was I thinking? Pallets? Pallets. I need to move this. It's in the way. Alright, I'll park it down this side. I can still get through. Fill up. Or unload. So yeah, Seasons, you can only sell hay or straw if it's in bale form. And I had no clue about that. I did not know that until I was playing on the multiplayer server the other evening on County Lines. Because one of the problems I ran into was that having done we harvested a few fields with wheat and oats and that on, and we had a load of straw. I mean, we had a ton of straw. The problem with that was that you can't sell it. If you loose load it, loading wagon it, you can't sell it. Although, obviously, when dealing with animals, like cows and sheep, especially cows, because TMR is a lot easier to mix if you are doing it loose. You can just, you know, go to a silo, splash in a bit of straw, splash in a bit of hay, splash in a bit of silage. Hey presto, you've just cooked a load of TMR. You know? Like my paint job on the truck, by the way. I've put my logo on it and I've even put my name on it, look. I've actually done that. That was a personal edit. And look, it's even got gaming for fun right there, look. Just on the number plate. There are supposed to be a couple of other areas on it where it has some logos, but I haven't come across those yet. On some of the other trucks in the game that I was looking at, it adds other logos. But hey, I was getting distracted. So yeah, loading wagoning, doing TMR is a lot easier with loose. But if you get quantities and quantities and quantities of it, like we'd had on County Lines, the loading wagon approach is a bit of a pain in the backside, really, because well, unfortunately, when you try, basically the loading wagons obviously have a capacity, and you know, the one, again, with different mods you obviously get different capacities. I don't know what the largest loading wagon is we have available on this save. It's probably not going to be that big. 23,000, 34,000, 35,000, 42,000, 56,000. I think it was, no, it wasn't one of them. 56,500, 45,000, 75,000. That's a cheaty one, so we definitely won't be using that. 90,000. Is it 90,000? 42. 60,000. I think I've got the 60,000 litre one. I haven't got the 90. So 90,000 litres is the biggest capacity for a loading wagon that I can get in game. 90,000 litres. Now, if you do a field which has, I don't know, a few million litres of straw on it after you've harvested, it's going to take you a long flipping time to collect it all up using the loading wagon. Same way as if you have a big field of grass and you mow it and you turn it into hay or whatever you do. At 90,000 litres, you're going to be there a bloody long time picking that stuff up. So what I realised on County Lines was it's actually better to pick stuff up with bales, because bales with the variable bale mod can hold 20,000 litres in a single bale. So one loading wagon of 90,000 litres is more or less the equivalent of 5 bales if you do it by bales. And the advantage of doing bales is, with the bale auto-loading bale trailer things got access to on this map, and we have now available on PC, like that one there, and like the lizard one, which I can't remember. Did I keep the lizard one or did I return it? I think I've returned it. What I will, however, do is I won't buy another one of those until after I've downloaded the new update that in game here on Thursday the 12th of September at 8:15 in the evening as I record this. Alfalfa should be doing an update, uploading a new version of his global easy auto load script, and then possibly an update to his trailer as well, which should fix that lure error that crashed the game for me the other day. So once that's been done and I download it, all should be good. But basically, having a trailer like that, you can obviously transport 39 bales at a time. And if those bales hold 20,000 litres, then you don't have to be, you know, an expert mathematician to work out that that's 780,000 litres of straw, grass, hay, silage that you can transport in one go. So all of a sudden, the loading wagon becomes very, very redundant, I think, with Seasons, because you can't sell loose grass anyway. You can only sell it in bales. So there's very little point to doing loose picking up, collecting. You might as well collect everything in bales because it's going to be easier for you. It's going to be quicker because, as I say, you can do 20,000 litre bales and you can transport more bales than you ever could loose material. Say, with the right trailer, 780,000 litres. And if you do want to do loose, like, you know, if you're going to be making TMR, stuff like that, you can always chuck your bales into this building here, this bale shredder, to allow you to come over here with your mixing wagon and mix up some TMR. So Seasons kind of forces you down the bale road, I think. It forces everyone to just do bales, and if you've not I mean, I've never really been a big bale person. I haven't done a lot of baling in the game. It wasn't something I was ever particularly a fan of. But now with Seasons, I'm going to have to do it. And honestly, it's going to be the best way. I know loading wagons are an alternative, I suppose. The only difference with... I'm still going to need... The thing is loose straw. You're going to need loose straw for... not just for TMR. You are going to need loose straw for, like, the pigs and the cows if you're going down the manure road. And look, there's hay on these fields. I didn't pick up. Hopefully with a bit of luck, Seasons will rot that down for me fairly soon. The old liquid fertiliser back on the field, the grass. Like I say, they're important to get this field fertilised again. After doing the mowing, I might even consider going down and having a go at the potatoes field after we've done this, just to see if I can get that fertiliser status up. You know what I mean. Right now, the one. It's all a bit anyhow down there, so we'll head down here and try and sort this out a bit whilst it's still in It's in the third growth stage now, so this is the time to do it. If we're going to do it, it has to be now. You have to forgive me if I sound a little bit distracted. I'm trying to eat a McFlurry. Or it melts. And it's an Oreo McFlurry, so I want to enjoy it. Before it turns to a watery, milky mess. I was supposed to be live streaming this evening. However, the family decided they wanted to go out for dinner. And that kind of messed everything up for me. Because, of course, I'm fucking taxi. And then I had the problem as well that Helgi can't play on the multiplayer server at the minute because he's got some real life stuff he has to deal with. So it's a little bit tough work on a 4X map by myself. Especially when he set me up good and proper yesterday by taking a harvest contract on one of the largest fields on the map. And then basically just left me to it. It paid 145 grand. Did base contract, base price was 145,000. And then when the contract had been completed and cashed in, I still had a full trailer with 250,000 litres of the crop in it. And I had also got some in the harvester as well. So I'd got over 250. I reckon I had about 280,000 litres, if I was to guess, hazard a guess, should I say, at how much crop we got off that field. That's 280,000 litres of crop that I took back to the farm, put in the silo, ready for when the prices get good. Because right now, the prices are not good for that crop. I think it was barley. Barley, as we know from the base game, isn't a very expensive crop. None of the cereal crops, wheat, barley, oats, are terribly expensive and don't tend to make you a lot of money unless you've got mad volumes. Mad volumes. Right, apparently I've just taken a transport contract. So here's another test then. Here's a test. This is only a test. It's a song by Fozzy, by the way. This is only a test. Again, the reason I'm thinking of Fozzy at the minute is because, of course, today is Thursday the 12th, which is bad for your health. But tomorrow is worse, predicting your curse. What does it all mean? Well, Friday the 13th. So to all the Parascadivia catriophobiacs out there, I wish you best of luck tomorrow dealing with the day. All you Parascadivia catriophobiacs, stay safe. And for anyone who doesn't know what Parascadivia catriophobia is, that is a fear of Friday the 13th. So if you don't like Friday the 13th, you are probably a Parascadivia catriophobiac. Right, so I've took a transport contract. Okie dokley. Pipey smokily. We'll just park her there. Where was that contract? What was I picking up and where was I taking it to? Transport items from the guest house to Port Northwest. Where the smecking hell is the guest house? there. Oh, that's a crane. Got to be dot somewhere on the map that tells me where's the bloody guest house. That's a crane. That's not the guest house. Where's the guest house? Let me get rid of the labels for things. Make it a little bit easier. Got it? I think it's there. Behind the railroad silo east. Okay. Right. Got it. So, let's go see if this trailer will actually pick up, because this is the stupid trailer pack that I downloaded, which doesn't seem to actually support all the objects that the Easy Autoload script does. So we'll go and try it. We'll see if it picks up transport pallet, mission pallets. If it doesn't, we might end up selling truck and trailer. And buying one that will actually pick up mission pallets. There's the train. I think the train's broken. A very short train on this map. And I've realised I've gone the wrong way. It's been a long while since I've been on Fenton Forest and I've kind of forgot my way around. So now I'm kind of looping back on myself. Get out of the way, slow cars. In one hand, I kind of don't like the slow cars because they're a pain in the backside to get stuck behind. However, coming from county lines where the cars drive so fast and ram into you all the time, it might be quite nice having a slight having these Sunday drivers everywhere. I mean, the good thing is I shouldn't have to do too much driving around the map because all my fields are right at the farm. You know, until I own these fields and have to start coming out here and trying to work these fields, it's not really an issue for me. I don't have to kind of come out here this far. But trying to find this bloody guest house. And this is new because in my original Fenton Forest Let's Play, I never did contracts. Didn't do a single contract in the whole series. That's the railway silo. Aha! This must be the guest house. And wow, I've picked the wrong size truck for this job. Right, work mode is on. Work mode is off. Work mode is on. And it doesn't want to pick up pallets, does it? You have to think, how can I do this? Well, there's only one way we can do this, really. We're going to have to take this trailer back to the shop. Going this way. Oh dear. Oh dear. Got the problem. Train's in the way. I'm using a mod which stops the train from driving around the map. And the reason for that is because the trains generally like to run me over. I used a mod to disable the trains from driving, but it seems to have some issues where they stop and block the level crossings. What we'll do is we'll take this trailer, seems incapable of doing anything. We'll bin it, won't we? What I will do, before I do bin it, buy one bale of hay from the shop. And this is just a test to see if the actual trailer is working. Because it could well be that the trailer itself isn't working. It could be that I've messed up this mod pack trying to convert it over to use the global autoload script. I could have done something very wrong. With my button inputs and outputs and stuff. In which case, could well be that this trailer does pick up mission pallets and I've broke the mod. Which is not beyond the realms of possibility. I can break mods. What I should have done was check it with the hook lift platform mod thing as well. Work mode is on. Picks up bales, so that's not an issue then. As far as I can see. So it is just because the mod author hasn't configured this to use hasn't configured it for mission pallets. Transport contract pallets are actually a completely separate entity in the game from the normal pallets. That's on the tanker. My trailer. There it is. Sell that. Fail there now. I'm gonna have to go back to using the balloon. The trouble is, I don't think I can make. Oh, I can make them chrome. Question is, you know what? Let's just do a quick save here. Got bale stuck on the good job I've got this fantastic bit of there we go. Oh, hallelujah. It didn't crash. Right, we'll take this with us. You'll have to forgive me, shop. Go back this way. Fortunately, it's not going to let me change materials, is it? Because I've got that hay bale on there. Which case, drop that off there then. I'm not worried about a bale. It can rot. It can do whatever it wants. But again, this is probably not the ideal vehicle for doing mission pallet. It's a little bit on the big side, especially for 2 pallets. It's a bit excessive. So what I would probably have done is gone for the hook lift, an IT runner trailer with the flat deck platform on it. So mission pallets. Just the 2. Okay. Work mode off. Wrap them on. Yeah, you would. You drove around the corner into me, you muppet. Sitting there honking your flipping little horn. Seriously, you've still not opened up the level crossing yet? I may need to move the train. A bit further. Of course, any children watching, never ever drive through a level crossing. Please respect, you know, the laws. For your own safety, never ever enter onto a railway line. We're at the port. I've got to figure out where this lot goes. Bound to be a little boxed area somewhere. Looks like it's this one. Transport finished. So these are my DEF pumps here, where I can buy DEF from. I've put them right next to where we, unfortunately, do transport contracts. Excuse me for sneezing. I forgot how tight and fiddly this map can be to actually drive around with large vehicles. I really wish Stevie had widened the roads, made the road system a bit bigger. That's my only real complaint with this map, is how flipping skinny and narrow the roads are. Makes it really awkward for getting big vehicles around this map. Especially with the slow moving traffic. I hope if he ever does another map, and makes another map ever, moves away from, makes something completely new, he makes a new road system. He uses a completely custom built road system that, you know, is, you know, vehicle friendly. So we've done a contract after sort of faffing about. We know the trailer works then. That's the good. That trailer pack does work then. I haven't missed it all. It's just that the mod author hasn't included or enclosed flipping regular pallets. It baffles me. We'll carry on now. We're going to do the potatoes. But yeah, what I should have got was one of these hook lift platforms for doing transport contracts. The only reason I didn't do it is because I tend to always end up then always end up tending to use this thing then, the man hook lift. Unless, of course, I look at a different... I've got a couple of different hook lift mods. I could get like a Scania. I could get the Scania one, actually, I suppose. Use that or the Mercedes one. Yeah, there's this pack as well. Vehicles. was actually going to look to see if I could change one of these logos to mine. So this is from the same pack as the trailer that doesn't pick up the mission pallets and doesn't pick up the Heston bales. So yeah, that's probably why I'm not using these trucks then. A couple of different sizes, obviously. Down to the little one. 12 pallets would be ideal. 16 would be better. But unfortunately it doesn't pick up mission pallets. So I'm gonna have to get a have a raid and a hunt through my mod folder. My mod folders and see if I can find another Hookcliffe truck that will work. Scania or the Mercedes would be brilliant for this map, German map, obviously. Slurp of Coca-Cola for the working man. That's a good cup of tea. See where I did my mowing the other day. Go fertilise some potatoes. Potatoes. Yeah, we're learning a lot. Slowly, we are learning things. Like as I say, I did not know until yesterday that with seasons you can't sell grass, and I didn't know until yesterday that with seasons you can't sell hay and straw if it's loose. So that's something completely new to me that I have learnt. Now, even at this point in time, here in September, you know, 10 months after the game launched, I am still learning things about this game that I did not know. There's our lovely sunflowers. Nicely. I also forgot, in one of the videos I did a little while ago, one of the early videos in the series, I started talking about this bit of land here, and what had happened. Basically, what I meant to say was that this is where I'm going to pop. Basically, for this field, when I set up my my truck and trailer unload course, my jobby thing, I'm going to park the truck here, start recording the course, and have it drive back to the silo, and then drive back here and park here. And this is where it's going to fill. So what I will then need to do, when I've got the harvester, and I've obviously on this field, I will need to drive a course with the harvester, where I basically drive a course where I pull up alongside, truck, unload into it, and then carry on again. And then it will return back to the field and carry on harvesting, because of course mode 2 doesn't work in courseplay yet. It hasn't been programmed. I know I've said this time and time again, and we encountered this problem way back in the original Fenton Forest Let's Play series, that mode 2 is the last thing that they are going to implement into courseplay, because it's the most complicated. Getting the whole truck driving and positioning itself next to a moving harvester to unload the harvester whilst it's moving and all that, it's the most complicated bit of programming apparently for the courseplay devs. So it's obviously the bit that they're going to do last, after they've done everything else. So a workaround at the moment for the lack of mode 2 is basically have the truck stationary at the side of the field, and then unload them. Have the harvester go to the trucks when the harvester needs to be emptied. think that's how it'll work. I think that's the workaround. So on every field, I'll need to pick a spot and record a little course where the harvester can drive, unload, and then drive back into the field. And then obviously make sure that the truck starts its refill course from that point. You're looking on the old fertilising. This is the bit that's already been done. Okay, this is better. Right, what I'm going to do quickly, I'm going to do north south. Perfect. There's the new GPS in action for you. Oh, and another thing, if you cast your eyes to the right hand side of the screen where the hood is, you've got the little steering wheel, which is now green to show that GPS is handling the steering. Satellite is green to indicate that obviously we are in GPS mode. And then there's a little icon above that, which is a couple of lines with an arrow and a number. That number actually counts the rows. So if you ever forget what row you're on or what row you should be on, the lanes now have numbers. That's a good cup of tea. So as I turn around in a second, by the way, the one thing I don't like with the GPS is when that headland stop comes on, it now does actually stop the truck, the vehicle, and you can't actually drive until you turn the GPS off. You have to turn the GPS off to be able to pull off the field, and then you have to turn it back on again. In the old version of GPS, it would stop you at the headland, but if you manually then pressed your accelerator, the truck, the vehicle, whatever it was, would just then carry on driving as normal. GPS would bring it to a stop when cruise control was on, but as soon as you hit the accelerator or the brake, the truck could carry on again. The vehicle would carry on again. Doesn't do that now. Since the GPS update, you have to turn GPS off to be able to move the vehicle when it stops at the headland. So depending on the type of player you are, you may choose to disable the automatic stopping at the headland, and you might choose just to have it do the audible beep and warning sound. The reason I haven't done that is because obviously I'm not wearing my headset whilst I'm recording this. When I'm doing my Let's Play episodes, or if I'm playing on the server, I'm playing, you know, on the server by myself, I don't use my headset. I never use headphones because they make my ears hurt, to be honest with you. So I just tend to turn and I have, because obviously I'm recording and I've got the microphone set up to record me, I have my TV turned down so you don't get that echo. So I can't actually hear the audible warning when I get to the headland on the field. So it's not a lot. So I'm best off having the auto stop mode, as much as it annoys me that I have to turn GPS off then to be able to actually carry on driving. Because if I don't have the auto stop mode on, I generally end up causing problems, like I did on County Lines on the multiplayer server last night, where I was too busy talking to Helgi and failed to notice that my vehicle had driven off the field that I was working on, driven across the road and started destroying our sunflower crop on the opposite field. honestly, if the multiplayer server wasn't so screwed up, in that I can't actually, whenever you try to buy a vehicle and change its colour, it just gives you a random colour. It doesn't give you the colour you selected from the colour palette. I would have had a pink tractor by now. I would have a pink punishment tractor. But for whatever reason, I don't know why it is, on this particular map, on this particular server, whenever we buy a vehicle in the store and try to specify a colour, it's sod's law. It's just lucky dip what colour you get. And you can sit there and you can buy a truck in every single colour on the palette, and it still doesn't give you one of every single vehicle, one of every colour. A lot of the times the vehicles will be black. Some colours like pink never appear. Doesn't matter how many vehicles you buy, you'll never get a pink one. And I don't know why that is. Just don't know. I'm going to finish fertilising this field. When I bring you back, I may in fact actually skip a little bit of summer. I may skip ahead a bit now. We've done enough summer, haven't we, really? You guys want to see some harvesting next. You want us to be in the autumn. First year summer isn't all that great, because again, you're getting stuff. So I don't have the animals in place yet, like the cows and the pigs, to worry about. Not like I have that headache. I've done my mowing. Had done mowing. Yeah, I've done a bit. It's going to be a while before that regrows. I know there's quite a lot of grass around this area still. But I would have to bale it, and then I'm going to have to store the bales somewhere. So I'm actually going to have to get a bale storage building. One of them global company placeables. Not the hot ones, because they're crap. They are shockingly bad. Sawmill, Longwood. Is it up here? Yeah, these. Gonna have to get some of these. We're gonna do square bales, aren't we? We're gonna want these. Straw. May have to set up a couple. One for straw, one for hay, one for grass. Hey, where would be a good place to put that, actually? At a fort. Those buildings would go very well. I could have my bale storage on this bit of land here. No. That's basically, I bring all my bales down here and keep them down here. I don't know whether that's sensible. They're a long way from the farm though, aren't they? See, what I probably should have done, thinking now, in hindsight, looking now, I should have had me production, like me fertiliser, herbicide, seed, lime, all that sort of stuff should have been on here. On that bit of land there, my production buildings. And then at the main farm, I should have had me bale storages, that sort of stuff, me silage, me fermenting station, all that sort of stuff. Because of course, here I am waffling on, and I said we was going to go and get the digestate from the BGA, and we've not done that in this episode. That is something I will now do off of camera before the next episode, unless I just leave it. Well, I mean, we're not in any rush for the digestate, are we, at this point in time? Not life or death. The BGA's not going anywhere with it. And I'm probably going to have straw and stuff like that to take up there anyway after we've done the harvest. So, yeah, come back and join me in a couple of days' time when I've progressed through the summer and we're a little bit closer to, you know, harvesting here on the Fenton Forest 4X map. I've been See What Eso. Thank you for watching the video. Go ahead, click the like button, click the subscribe button, leave comments if you want to. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye for now.